Howdy folks, and welcome to XCOM 2. We're getting started here. As you may have noticed or seen in the other video I put up, had a recent computer crash, had to get a new system and starting over fresh and clean. So we're going to do the same thing with XCOM here. Get started. If you haven't seen it or played the original, I highly recommend it. It is a lot of fun, and XCOM 2 is just as much, if not more. I've already completed the game, but it was basically on the beginner levels, so we're going to try something a little more complex. We're actually going to go to new game. We're going to do commander level. I don't know about experienced XCOM player, don't know if I'd qualify, but we're going to try anyway just for the hell of it. It's actually an extremely difficult game. If you're not careful, it will screw you over pretty much from the start if you mess up, so I may very well do that.
Excitement continues to build as cities
nice little parade there.
Prepare for the 20th anniversary.
So yeah, 20 years after the first one.
Line up at the site of the
A lot of people got upset because apparently you lost on the first one even after winning. Apparently the concept was you beat up the scout ship and then the real ships came in and kicked your butt or something along those lines. So now we are going to be leading the resistance, it would seem.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
They never come out and say it, but he has to have been a thin man of some kind. I mean, it's never explicitly given, but he's certainly not human.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
The Elder.
Peacekeeping forces have already made.
Which every time I see him, I always think of the actual Eldar from Warhammer 40k, so a little bit of a disconnect there.
Celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
Very covert.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity to your nearest peacekeeper. Only together can we build a better.
I'm not sure how everybody understands what those soldiers are saying. And there.
You were right.
Why do you touch your ear? Why are you touching your ear? You're covert. You know, whenever you're using your Bluetooth, do you touch your ear? No.
60 seconds.
You know, the one guy standing in line touching his ear and talking, and that's not suspicious. Yeah, see, I don't get it. Does everybody in the world now know how to speak alien? Because none of these people are speaking English. That's probably why I got punched. And this isn't suspicious at all, you know, that he's just there. And then, again, hey, don't touch your ear, sir.
Now.
And interesting that they all got killed by the explosion except him, even though he was standing in the middle of them.
Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, son of a bitch. I thought I turned off the shit. I just realized that's why we're seeing the intro movie.
We're heading into the city center.
No, okay.
Big target. Something that will shake
No, I
up
did
the
tune off the
tranquil
tutorial. Okay,
utopia
God,
ahead.
man, I was worried I was going to have to go through that on-rails tutorial.
Secure the
Okay.
designated coordinates and neutralize all hostile contacts.
And I don't know what the hell we're doing in
Firebrand will be in the
Tijuana.
area for your extraction.
But apparently that's where we're going to start, is down in Mexico. Fun place to go if you've never been. I recommend at least one time in your life to head down there. Oh! Hey, wait a minute. Those are some of my guys from the previous fights. But it... Okay. When I first started this up and I tried to go in and look at the pre-saved characters, it told me I didn't have any in my character pool. And yet, there they are. Okay then. cool game, although You know, you have to wonder that the aliens coming in your concealment. Somehow the aliens didn't notice that gigantic freaking ship come flying in.
The X4 charges at the designated position.
Yeah, X4. Because it's not just an X charge, it's an X4 charge. Because, again, reasons. If you haven't ever played this, it's turn-based-ish. Basically, you've got two sets of movement. You can make one move. Then you basically have two actions. You can make a primary action like firing a weapon, which uses up all your moves, or you can, ironically, make a movement and then make a primary action, or you can use it all up so that you can go fast. Pretty much at the lower difficulties, you can get away with going really fast. We're not going to do it since I'm on the higher difficulty and I've never played it that far before, so we'll see. We're just going to keep it simple. What she said. Oh, and see, there you go. Immediately, if I had gone full move.
They're disciplined and well equipped, but their obedience makes them
So you've got the red marks here. That's basically if you go into that location, you'll be spotted. So yeah, if I had run there, I still would have been okay. So you know what? We're gonna do that because I'm betting this is even the beginner. It's gonna keep us. It's not gonna screw us over too hard.
Órdenes confirmadas en marcha.
Yes. I do not speak Spanish or any other foreign languages, so but I wanted to have them on there. So whatever these nationalities some of these people are, I'm not having any idea what they're going to say. Same thing, we're just going to run them into partial cover, which you would think that, you know, you're standing behind something like that, and it's a little kind of counterintuitive. Sometimes what tells you is partial is there's more partial than others. It's just with the solids as well, because this is all destructible. But some of it, I mean, it'll tell you that like a cardboard box gives you a partial cover, whereas this, which is obviously solid, you would think it would give you a little bit more cover than a cardboard box, but apparently not. And where the hell are these guys going to go? Speaking of cover, we're going to go over here.
On it.
Starting at the beginning, everybody is, no one's gotten their skills assigned or skill sets assigned. They're all just going to be your basic. Oh, it's just a random piece of cover. Okay, you know what? Why not?
Got it covered.
Yes, you do. Are they going to patrol? Ah, they're patrolling. And they're going the other way. Oh, they've all got 4 health. Okay. In the earlier levels, on the lower difficulties, they've all got 3. So, 66s. We could probably move up a hair. Get in a better position. So the whole point of the game is to kind of take on one group of units at a time. You really don't want to have maybe going against 2. So the trick is just kind of minimize your exposure. And unlike the first one, you've got this concealment at the beginning, so you can kind of maneuver yourself a little bit to set up ambushes, which is what we're going to do here. It's probably not going to work too well, but what the hell. So we're going to put her into Overwatch, and that would have been the alarm. Okay, so we're going to go into Overwatch and see Conceal. So she's actually not going to trigger herself until somebody else does. We'll send him over here.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Yep. Same thing, Overwatch. Put you there. Because there's absolutely nothing suspicious about... Oh,
The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control.
See, the problem is when you trigger... See, he's in visual range. So if I trigger now... These guys will also trigger because they'll be in visual. So what I need to do is back this guy off a bit. I really don't want to have to do that, but I'm going to have to.
I'm on the move.
Yeah. Do that. And then put her... Can she shoot from there? We'll throw a frag here. Ow, it's just short. Yeah, we're not going to throw it on her. So we'll do this.
Heading there now.
Should get her just close enough. Okay, see, they're not visual anymore. So when I trigger these guys, those guys won't trigger. Hopefully. Grenades are extremely useful at the beginning because they do pretty much guaranteed 3 to 4 damage. The other side, of course, is... Oh, I'm not going to reach both of them. That's okay. The only downside to the grenades and explosives is that, you know, they will... Different characters, usually it's only one per mission, will drop loot of, you know, upgrades that you can get for your weapons and such. So the only problem is when you use the explosives, you blow up the loot and it doesn't drop. So we're going to run the risk that one of these guys is the loot drop guys. Hopefully not. And at worst case, if they are, it's no big deal, partly because, I mean, the stuff that drops at the beginning isn't that, you know, important anyway. You get much better stuff later on from the black market and whatnot. So. What the hell. Oh, and of course I clicked the wrong thing. God damn it. Try that again. There we go. Okay, so only one went down. Another thing that is very good with grenades that you sometimes don't catch is that it will destroy the cover as well. Oh, there goes the reaction. Got him. Those bullets literally went right into his body and it was a miss. So
target neutralized. What do we got here?
And he is... Shit. And he's going to do... Yeah, he's going to flank. And he's going to shoot her because he's pissed. And a critical shot. And she fucking died. Yeah.
Get me out here! Please!
And of course, they're so far... Oh, and he's going to run up and he's going to trigger these guys, isn't he? Is he going to trigger him? And this is where it can go horribly, horribly wrong. Okay, thankfully, he didn't trigger those guys. So, yeah, getting flanked sucks, apparently. And we're going to try and go for... Oh, but that's going to trigger them. Oh, see, he's right. Oh, how did I not trigger those guys? This could be a very quick video here if I can't even get past the tutorial. Or starting mission. You know what, since we know the loot's already... Oh, I just don't want to use it up on that. 50%, what the hell. And whiffed. Of course.
Come on, focus!
Yeah, of course he whiffed. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Really don't want to do that. Oh, counts him as flanked, 85%. So this game, the numbers don't always mean anything. 99% chance, it's pretty much a given that you're going to miss them. You almost... that's where playing the Iron Man rule set can be quite difficult. Okay, so what we're going to do, we've only got one turn to grab whatever that is. It's probably not even worth it. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to move this guy up into hard cover. Ah, shit, he did trigger him. Of course. So you know what, we're going to go grenades out here.
Here, catch!
He's only got one turn to get it. Run her up. This is not going to work. This isn't going to go well at all. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to grenade him. I don't even know if it'll kill him. Try it. What's the worst that could happen? And the worst that happens is it doesn't kill him. Shit. You know what? Screw it. just screw it. We're going to run him out. Maybe he'll get lucky and not die. I'm sure it's going to be totally, whatever this is totally worth it. Well, actually a PCS conditioning. That is quite strong. Any of those PCS chips. And a repeater, which is also quite strong. This is the beginning one, so it's going to have a 5% chance, I think. But basically, yeah, 5% chance to instantly kill your target, which doesn't sound like a lot, but later in the later game, when you get the upgraded versions, it like give you a 15% chance, and you know, like you one-shot the sectoids and whatnot with the with your pistol. It actually isn't so bad. We're gonna kill the commander. 78% chance, so he's probably gonna miss again, because that right there is XCOM. That right there, 78% chance to hit, and he just whiffs, and now he's exposed. So we may end up starting over on this. Yeah, he's probably gonna get annihilated. Oh, thankfully this. The aliens have just as poor aim on occasion as you do. I don't know what he's thinking. If I get away with this, it'll be absolutely unbelievable. No, never mind. He got critically shot. Oh, and now she's gonna panic. Is she gonna panic? Oh, she didn't panic. I'm a little.
We may have to adjust our approach.
No shit. Carry unit. Wait, is he not dead? Why would I pick up a dead guy? There's no point in that. Okay, so we're gonna go. If I go over there and flank by him, you know what? We're in hard cover, so we're just gonna keep it as it is. 56, 36, 32. Go with 56, because you know why not? And
Ya no le he dado. Necesito un poco de munición.
this guy. Let's see if we can't flank him.
Heading there now.
You know what? If these guys live, we're gonna keep with it. Oh.
Menace 1-5. You're near the target position.
Oh, okay. That's where we're supposed to plant the charge. I've got him flanked. 81% chance, but as we've seen before... Oh, I actually hit him.
Kill confirmed.
Oh, and promotion. Alright, so she's gonna... Oh, I should have fallen back. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Boy, did I screw this up.
Moving out.
By the numbers. Oh, man. I should not... I didn't even... Yeah. Alright, then. 56% chance. One down. Okay, one more. I still might even be able to get the repeater.
Ammo's running low.
Oh, where'd he come from? Oh, so he's going to be wounded for like, 18 years if he doesn't die. You know what? Screw it. We're just going to go right here.
Headed there now.
Pick up the items. Okay. Which sucks them up. Which is actually quite amusing because every once in a while the physics completely breaks and it'll suck up whatever that item is and it just throws corpses, 500 feet the other direction. We're going to shoot him. So here's where XCOM comes in again. 85% chance with a 3 to 5 damage rating on your gun. That's my last shot. And he's got 4 hits. So there's like 3 different ways that this can all go wrong. He can miss, he'll hit him but only do 3 damage and then he'll be out. Then he'll shoot him. So out of the 3 different ways it can go, or the 2 different ways it can go wrong, there's only one way it can go right. And that's what makes XCOM so frustrating, is that when you really need it to go right, it usually is going to be the opposite. So we'll see here. Ah, got a critical. Okay. And then you get that.
Enemies down.
And that's actually what kind of makes XCOM, is that because you get screwed over and because it truly is random, when it works in your favor, it feels so good. And then when it doesn't, it just feels so bad. So we're going to run over here. Hopefully I don't trigger another set. Luckily I've been on that side and I didn't. Actually, in hindsight, that was a really bad choice to make. Since I hadn't been this way before, and at higher at later levels, it probably will be where, you know, there could have been another unit over here. And by trying to run this guy this way where no one had been before and trying to flank that guy, I could very well have triggered a third unit, which would have basically ended the game for me. And that's where XCOM really messes you up, and that's where you have to be so careful not to aggro or pull in more units than you can take on at any given time, especially at the beginning. Later on, you'll be able to do a little bit more, but yeah, at the beginning of the game, it's so crucial. And then, of course, I screwed it up so bad. Everybody's dead. He's wounded. So because I have no healing bonuses, he's going to take like forever to heal. So basically, yeah, I have completely screwed myself over at the beginning here. And I love that. I hear I was commenting how all my these characters that I had designed that I didn't even have in my character pool, how they all made it in, and then they all died. Again, I'm not really sure how blowing up a statue in Tijuana is going to pour. Yeah. Not sure how blowing up a statue in Tijuana is going to really start the revolution, but apparently it did. Whoa, that was probably as bad as I could have ever done. Wow. Yeah, he's pissed. No shit, sir. That is just unbelievable. Our mission complete. Well, usually you've got the other people sitting in the jump seats, but yeah, they're all empty. What the hell is that? That's... What the hell is that? That's not supposed to be there. I have no idea what that is. Am I still in the city? Is it rendering my ship like somehow... Was that one of the... light poles or something? What the fuck? What was that? Alright then. He'll probably collapse. He'll basically collapse on the deck, which is kind of cool because you do get a visual representation of how wounded the people are. So yeah, he's going to come in and land and practically crawl off the ship. Cool ship, by the way. Those things do look.
There has to be more we can do. We can't afford too many more operations like that.
Yeah, that was really bad. We got a promotion out of it, though.
The Ranger serves as our primary reconnaissance unit, capable of moving independently in concealment while engaging enemies at close range.
You would think that swinging a gigantic sword at somebody at point-blank range would not miss. And if you think that, then you've never played XCOM. Because, yeah. 21 days, so he's pretty much out of it. And everybody else died. Nice. But conditioning, nice. Repeater, nice. And some corpses, nice.
Commander, to the research labs.
Commander. Yeah, they love saying that you're the commander. To an odd degree that they insist on saying it, like just in case you've forgotten.
Hand it to him. What these recruits lack in experience, they make up for in grit.
Yeah, these recruits don't have any experience. There's not a lot of grit to be going on that either. Active research. This is Bill, Bob. Damned if I can remember this guy's name.
You're completely harmless to human life.
A lot of exposition.
For the rest of the
I'm sure that's intentional.
Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, the Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent.
Oh yeah, we missed that because we skipped the tutorial.
To my lab.
Basically, you had this thing in your
I'm
back
not
of your
sure what
head.
Central may have told you,
So
but we
they chose. Now, see, if you look at the back of his head, he's got all these scars, right? So basically, he had a chip, and I know I'm spoiling some of the story for some of you guys, but it doesn't make any sense. He's got a chip in the back of his head, which apparently he removed on his own from the back of his head, which makes sense, and that's what left all the scarring.
Given time and
You had the same chip,
of course,
also in the back of your
I
head.
assure you. I will
So they
find out.
decided to take the
Which
chip
brings to
out
light
through
an
your
additional
nose.
point. Though aspects of this
Even though when
facility
looking at the
are
chip, it's
indeed
pretty obvious that
impressive,
if you
I
pull
am
it from
but
that
one
direction,
man.
you're going to have to yank
For
it
you
through
to
your
direct
entire
additional
brain
support
and your
personnel
esophagus
resources
and
to me,
nasal
I could
canal and
substantially improve
God
the
knows
speed
what
of
else.
all our research.
Yeah, that
Farewell,
really
Commander.
didn't make any sense whatsoever that they did that. So I'm not sure I trust him as a scientist when you really come down to it, because that seemed wholly unnecessary. And especially, like I said, he did it to himself through the back of his head and left all the scars. That makes more sense. But you're going to research. It's all about research and prioritizing. So, like, you definitely would want to get. Oh man. Modular weapons, 5 days for the alien biotech. That's going to be the one that we need to do, but
I do find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available.
yeah.
We'll begin work immediately.
And he
I'll
always
send
makes a
word when a
comment about
complete
that.
report is available.
The one I really like is when he talks about where he was like figuring that you were going to do that research, and you're like, well, if that's what you assume, then why didn't you already start? So we'll back out, and it's
I
probably
was
going to
not
tell
going
us to
to
go
admit
somewhere
it to
else.
Shin, but there is one
Whoop,
thing I
clicked on the
miss
wrong thing.
more than my lab equipment. Those damn juicy Advent burgers.
I don't know why they're
I
talking
don't know
about
where they
burgers.
get the meat, and frankly, I do not want to know.
And apparently implication is that the meat is somewhat mysterious
Commander
meat.
to
I
engineering.
guess because cows have been eradicated since the aliens took over. I have to admit, during most of your missions, you don't see a lot of cows. So, yeah, there's that. All right, engineering. Go meet Shen's daughter.
Okay. Reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from your old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem
And
you
see,
had.
she even named it Rover.
Come on, Rover. It'll
Because,
work.
yeah. These things are kind of cool.
Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you think.
Because you can use them when you're
Louis
specialists.
Shen,
I think it
chief
is a
engineer,
specialist that gets them,
at your
if
service.
I recall the name correctly.
You were probably
Basically, I
expecting
want to say
see
medic,
me
but
rock.
they're
When all
not
this
exactly that,
happened,
although they can be.
I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet.
Yeah, her dad is gone,
Gone.
dead.
Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship.
Which would have been
his
more
life's
poignant,
work.
I suppose, if
I know he would have loved to
in the
show
original
your
you
place
really
himself.
felt any connection to the characters, but since you
He
don't,
used to talk
finding
about
out
you
he's
a lot.
dead is kind of like,
You can be sure I'm
Eh.
ready to finish what he started.
and I like how they
Might
talk
not
without
look it,
looking at you. See,
But
she just,
here, I can
Yeah.
fabricate pretty much anything you come
eye
up with.
contact is not something that
And
they
with
can,
a
that
little
they do.
more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you,
Commander.
Commander.
Yeah, see, there you go. Not sir, or just you, because there's nobody else you could possibly be talking to, but you had to reiterate that you are, in fact, the commander. Because, yeah, they do that a lot.
Pickings are slim, but I'm hoping we find a few more recruits who can handle a wrench. I could use the help.
Even though she says recruit, she's meaning engineers, because the recruits, which is what you say here, yeah, none of them ever become engineers. Which is somewhat odd, you would think, because you've got all these soldiers, and, most militaries do try to cross-train, so why couldn't you make some of the people, I mean, otherwise they're just sitting there. Oh, son of a bitch! See, and I thought that was lost too. For any of you that don't watch Jingles, well, then you have sorely missed out in your life. So, yeah. He put out a thing a while before my computer crashed, and I thought I lost that, but apparently I didn't, because damned if he isn't right there. But he doesn't. They don't show up in the character pool. Doesn't make any sense. All right, so we're gonna. What is he? It's 21 days. So we've got 4 other rookies. Okay, so we can screw up one more mission. And I think that's it for the exposition. So we're going to do the biotech. We'll try to research that.
Commander,
Oh, right.
Good to see
Commander.
you on your feet again. Welcome to the bridge, the nerve center of our operation. The aliens have our entire world in their grip. Advent controls everything. Government, communications, industry. Not to mention the military. And it's on us to take it all
But
back.
apparently not satellites, because these people
Resources
can
and
just
time are
stay
tight,
hidden forever.
Commander. It'll be up to you to decide how to best use both. The ship is yours.
And ironically, you can't just sail
While we
it anywhere you
prepare for new
want. I mean, you can,
operations
but
and continue our research,
you're the
we can
one given the
pass
mission.
time by
Whoop.
scanning at sites like this one.
And that
On
is
your order, we'll
gonna
start
happen
our
a lot.
scans on the surrounding area. Commander, one of our
Right mouse
resistance
button backs
contacts
you
just tipped
is
us off to a
basically
site
your
that may
back
be worth
button, and
investigating.
I'm so used to using that button to move cameras around in various games. I will consistently do that. Rookies. Oh yeah, we definitely
Avenger
we need
plotting
more
new
cannon
course.
fodder. Okay, but
Commander,
we will
the
start that
Avengers' remote scanning
investigation
capabilities
next.
will help
Oh, yep,
us search the
Commander.
area for clues or other resources.
I thought I turned
It's
all this
going to
off.
take some
Apparently,
time,
I did
though.
not.
We've got a lot of ground to cover.
Yes, like all of America, apparently. So we'll end it here. We'll start the next part where we're going to search the abandoned colony for rookies and more people that can die on the missions due to horrible, well, poor command decisions on my part. So I'll end it here and hope you all have a good day.